Meghan Markle's week just took a sharp, unexpected turn. If you were to step into her mansion in Montecito right now, you'd likely find her pacing restlessly, phone in one hand, legal pad in the other, trying to figure out how everything flipped so fast. The royal website, that cold digital ledger that keeps track of who's in and who's out, just delivered what might be one of the most petty yet brutal blows of all. Princess Lilibet's profile? Gone. Vanished. She's still in line for the throne, but her personal page has been scrubbed. Now let's not pretend that the royal family doesn't have a history of playing these kinds of games. This isn't the first time that Harry and Meghan's presence on the royal website has been tampered with. There was that one time their profiles mysteriously disappeared from the front page, only to reappear minutes later like some sort of accidental glitch. But this time, this feels different. Hours have passed and Lilibet's page hasn't just disappeared, and it looks deliberately erased. Now, this is where it gets really spicy. Meghan is reportedly convinced that the timing of this disappearance is no coincidence. She believes this is all connected to something much deeper: the issue of her children's birth certificates. Remember that viral video of Meghan dancing while heavily pregnant? The one where she was twerking in an exaggerated, almost comedic fashion? It wasn't the dance that raised eyebrows, it was the belly. It didn't look quite right. Too bouncy, too fake. And now, rumors about Lilibet's birth certificate, listing a Colorado area code rather than a California one, are circulating like wildfire. Is it just royal gossip, or is something much bigger brewing behind the scenes? Meghan's camp insists that she's being targeted unfairly, but there are whispers coming from inside the palace that suggest otherwise. Some insiders claim that royal officials want real proof, legitimate birth documentation, to silence the rumors once and for all. Of course, the palace has remained tight-lipped, sticking to its classic playbook. But the pressure is definitely mounting. Some are even pointing the finger at Prince William, suggesting he's behind this, quietly urging the firm to take a stronger stance. Let's be honest for a second. If anyone has a reason to push for answers, it's William. As the next in line to the throne, he's not just dealing with family drama, he's safeguarding the legitimacy of the entire monarchy. And Meghan? She's not backing down without a fight. There's even talk of her threatening legal action. Why? Because she reportedly believes that the palace has no right to remove her daughter's profile from the royal website. To her, it's an attack, a calculated move to humiliate her. But here's the kicker: royal titles aren't like social media bios. They can be granted and revoked at the monarch's discretion. Charles, for example, could wake up tomorrow and decide to strip Harry of his titles. One day he could be just Henry, no Duke, no HRH. Meghan isn't exempt from that rule. What's driving Meghan's fury even more? She thinks this entire situation is retaliation for several reasons. The infamous Oprah interview, their Netflix deal, the saintly PR campaign that painted her as the darling of Hollywood. But above all, it's the birth rumors. There's talk that the royal family quietly wants names. The doctors who delivered Archie and Lilibet. It's a tradition, after all. For centuries, the names of royal doctors have been publicly displayed for all to see. But so far, Meghan hasn't provided any, not one. And that silence, it's getting louder by the day. Now here's the question on everyone's mind. Why hasn't Meghan just cleared things up? If everything was legitimate, why not provide the birth certificates, name the doctors, and move on? Well, that's where things start to feel murky. When Archie was born, there was no official announcement outside the palace. No easel, no smiling photos, no typical royal pomp and circumstance. Instead, we got a blurry photo from a hallway and vague statements about where and when he was born. Now with Lilibet, it's even sketchier. No official staff, no listed hospital, just a public announcement and a media blitz. There's a growing theory that Meghan might not even be the biological mother of her children. Crazy, right? But the people pushing this theory aren't exactly pulling it out of thin air. They point to inconsistencies like Lilibet's birth certificate, listing a Colorado area code for a child born in California. Why? What's going on here? Then there are the whispers about Meghan possibly having a hysterectomy years ago during her marriage to Trevor Engelson. Could it be? Could the royal children have been born via surrogate? Surrogacy isn't illegal, of course, but for someone like Meghan, who is walking the tightrope between royalty and Hollywood, transparency becomes a requirement. The palace doesn't care about the drama. They care about official records. If it turns out that Archie and Lilibet were born via surrogate, and the royal family was never informed, especially under the pretense of royal legitimacy, it would be the sona catastrophic. But Meghan's silence isn't helping her case. People are starting to ask, why not just provide the proof? The irony here is that Meghan used to boast about breaking tradition, about redefining what it means to be royal. But now she's stuck in a battle with history, trying to rewrite centuries of protocol with a few carefully curated interviews and strategic PR moves. The monarchy runs on documentation, not just good intentions. Right now, Meghan's filing cabinet, it looks suspiciously empty. And what's worse, the pressure on her is only getting stronger. Inside Montecito's walls, Meghan's reportedly rallying her legal team, PR advisors, and anyone willing to support her. She's convinced this isn't just about a website update. To her, it's personal. A calculated attack designed to humiliate her. But here's the truth. In the royal world, symbols matter. The removal of Lilibet's profile isn't just a petty online glitch. It's a message, a warning shot. And Meghan, despite all the media blitz, knows it. Deep down, she knows that the monarchy isn't backing down this time. They're not going to let this one slide. Because in the end, you can't strong-arm your way into royalty. You prove it